Sometimes when you search for answers, it will take you through a path of discovery where you can cross many truths that reveals the problems that befall all of us when we do things we truly don't understand. This is why I guess until we can get it together as a people, as human beings, we should always do it the most easy way, the simplest way that a child might understand until the complication is there no more. You know, one of the truths that I have come across, been known for some time, but as spokesman and advocate of basic human rights, it seems that it is imperative that I reveal such. And yet, knowing that it might come off in a negative manner. However, the value of that truth is so significant that that risk must just be dealt with. And that is, we have sit here in America and we've lived the American way all our lives. And it got our grandparents here and our great grandparents here. And we're still here, so we think it must be doing okay. We never really delve into what America is about. Neither have we really got down to understand what humanity is all about. And so it's like everywhere we're just scattered. We're scattered because we have no common interests, even though our individual interests are the same as each other's. And yet we find a way to keep them separate as we crave our own insignificant way of life. White people, as far as we know, are behind the establishment of America as we know it. They did what they did. Whether you can say it was great, whether you can say it was criminal, they did what they did, and America is what America is. Now, is America truly but these mosquitoes is really going for me. But is America really what America presents herself to be, or is America something else camouflaged? Well, it depends on how you look at it. And considering that, America is both ways. But in truth, it doesn't matter. Any way that does not work for the betterment of all is of the same stuff, regardless of what you call it. And that's the way of the world. Basically, what I'm saying is it is impossible for white people to fix America. America was founded on the principles that white people advocate. And it still exists on those same principles, even though changes have been assumed temporarily. And we can see that even today in America, after all of your long living on this earth in America, you never had to go through some of the things, though your parents did, that they are projecting for us in the future. And here we are, repeating, or trying to defeat. So I ask you, does that sound like people who founded this nation, who kept slaves, who took land, who done what they have done to create a situation where you got those that got and those that don't, not being able to fix that gap for whatever the reasons might be? Does that sound like a people that can fix that gap? No. So it would take really someone who understands the value of fixing that gap. They must have gone through that process. They must have gone through that pain. They must have gone through that suffering, and they understand that it should be fixed. It must be fixed. And they get the opportunity that they will fix it. And that's the other people, the people who suffered, people of color who have suffered it. Yes, they can fix it. Now, will they fix it? I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying they can. Do you know of any white man anywhere that ever advocated fixing it? Whether it's just a man of the world, man of the cloth, anybody ever talked about fixing it? Well, why haven't you, the people, talked about fixing it? Because you haven't been processed to consider stuff like that. What it basically means is, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not free. If you were free, you would understand what it means. And we wouldn't sit around talking about a crook taking over the United States of America with the pleasure of the people, telling you exactly what he's going to do to you, and you sit back enjoying it, those of you who are so excited about it because you got so much crookdom locked up in you, and the others, for some reason, thinking that they just got to wait it out. Like, Jesus gonna come. You know, like the Christians wait and say, Jesus gonna come and save them. And so it seems as if America is watching this evil force ramrod itself over the country, and they're just waiting to see if something's gonna deliver them. They thought the Supreme Court was going to deliver. The Supreme Court said, oh, I'm a part of this. So you're thinking that the Congress might do something. The Congress, for the most part, because of numbers, saying that, oh, we're a part of this. And so the people who are sitting around all across the country sent these turkeys to represent them, to maintain the stuff that truly brings about peace and prosperity and freedom amongst yourselves, is never exercised. The game is played on the people, by the people, for some. Well, this is why you can justify having in the Bible a picture of Jesus portrayed as a white person. You want to suggest that all that goodness, all of that peace and stuff that you keep avoiding comes through the power of white people. That's what you're really saying. But it never materialized. It's just words. And now we know that you can't do it. We understand why they say they hid the black Jesus, because they knew that one could. And you, who found your foundation on the opposite, didn't want it to happen. But now it is exposed. And we, the people, black and white, receiving the same joy of life, will work together for the sake of us all, not just for some.